Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Core Studio. Welcome to the show. Okay, so, oh goodness, this is a really weird episode because I don't think anyone expected this, but here we go. So yesterday, I did an episode on the One Ring. Quite exciting, right? Cool, the One Ring is here. It's a really cool card. Make sure you check that episode out. But this is not about that episode, but it is about the same card, but a completely different card. And a card that you and I will never see in our lifetimes. I guarantee that, essentially. We are not going to be the lucky person who gets that card. And yeah, when I'm saying, let's just jump into it. So, Wizards revealed that they are going to be continuing to do some of the serialized versions of cards. I believe they started that off in the Brothers War with cards like, Wormcoil Engine and whatnot that got serialized versions, meaning that in the bottom left-hand corner of, the actual, art of the card, there is a number, and it shows you how much, it is out of, essentially. So here are some, essentially, soul rings that are going to be coming out with this brand new Lord of the Rings set. And actually, to set the mood for these cards, really quick, let me just read this. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky. 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone. 9 for mortal men doomed to die. And we're going to stop the quote right there because these are the 3 cards I'm showing on the screen. We've got, the Elven, the 3, it's actually 300, right, instead of 3, but it is 300 within 3, right? Got it? Okay, cool. Then you got the Dwarves in the middle, right? You've got 700 of those. And then you've got mortal men on the right, 9 of those, right? 900. So they're going to be these serialized versions of soul rings that are going to be, more and more, rare, essentially, right? From the right to the left in terms of rarity. Now, as rare as these are going to be, they pale in comparison to another card, the main card I'm talking about in this episode, and the craziness that is happening with this. Because I never thought I'd say this phrase, but Magic is going full Willy Wonka. Because, yeah, we have the One Ring with the special art treatment or whatnot. And you might notice that serialized number that I mentioned earlier, like on the last ones. This one's just a bit different, though, and that's not a typo because this is 001 out of 001. That's right, there is only going to be one of these. And actually, at the bottom of the card, you can see right above the artist name as well. It says one of One Ring, because there's literally only one of these. So, yeah, you could call that a chase mythic, and then some, essentially. I mean, I guess I compared it to Willy Wonka, right? There were more than one golden ticket, I believe, right? There was more than one golden ticket because other kids got to go there, right? So this is apparently more rare than a golden ticket because this is the ultimate golden ticket where, again, there literally is only one of this card that apparently will ever be printed in the history of Magic. Now, obviously, there are other versions of the card, like the one I talked about yesterday. That's the regular version, right? Then you got all these different versions. With this version, there's literally only one. It is a one of one. It is a collector item, like apparently no other, at least to this point in Magic history, at least to my knowledge. So with that, this card's going to be incredibly expensive. I don't even know where to start thinking about how expensive this card is going to be. Outside of Reserveless Cards, I would probably guess that this is probably going to be the most expensive card that we've seen, at least, for the past 10 or so years, maybe even, longer than that. Maybe this is going to be the most expensive card outside of just Reserveless Cards, certain ones, like Black Lotus. This is not going to be more expensive than a Black Lotus, obviously, but still. Oh, goodness. Finance people out there, please comment below and let me know what in the world you think. What in the world could the price of this card be? Again, and I think the funny part about this actually might be, again, Wizards is putting this, in a single pack somewhere or whatnot. It'd be quite funny, actually, if someone opened it up who had no idea what it was and just, had it in a binder somewhere and never opened it up again. Or, there might be a possibility that it never gets opened up at all, which would be quite hilarious. If it's just sitting on a shelf somewhere in a booster box that never gets opened up. Or, like most recent Magic news where there's like, thousands and thousands of cards, at a Texas landfill. Maybe it just ends up in a landfill somewhere, just ironically. So, quite crazy. And actually, okay, now I'm thinking about it. I forgot to finish off that quote. Here we go. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky, 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone, 9 for the immortal men doomed to die, 1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Yeah, creepy, right? Regardless, that, of course, is the 1 ring, and yeah, this is the 1 of 1 ring. Get it? Now again, will this card be as expensive as Reserveless Cards? I doubt it, but I've been wrong before. I mean, who knows? Most Reserveless cards are incredibly expensive. I mean, you got your Mox Diamond, Underground Sea, all those. You also have your Power 9. You've got, Black Lotus, obviously in the Power 9 as well. I mean, just incredibly expensive. You could buy a house with the proceeds from selling one of, those kinds of cards, essentially. Well, at least with, like, a Black Lotus. Anyways, regardless, pretty crazy. Now, I did some research, and please correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong on this, but according to Scryfall, the most expensive cards outside of Reserveless cards are actually those from Portal 3 Kingdoms because, well, that set is notoriously underprinted or just, had a very low supply, essentially. And yeah, I mean, riding the Dilu horse is, $270. Zhang Fei is $240. Dongzhu is $227. Really expensive cards. Now, is the 1 ring, 1 of 1 going to be more expensive than these? I actually would probably guess yes, again, just because it's even more collectible, I guess, because again, I mean, there are multiple copies of these. There's only going to be 1 copy of that brand new card. Now, outside of Portal 3 Kingdoms, I mean, we've got, a Mana Crypt from, Eternal Masters, $186, incredibly expensive as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking that, this is a very expensive artifact that obviously sees playing Commander. This brand new card is going to see playing Commander as well, and if someone happens to want to, I highly doubt, I mean, maybe a player, who actually wants to play with the card opens up and is like, you know what, I won't sell it, but you never know, someone might just open up and be like, hey, a bunch of money, essentially, did I just open in my pack? Now I will sell it for lots of money. But yeah, it's going to be an expensive card, probably for one player to showcase. I don't know if they're going to play with it, because again, the expensive amount, but weirder things have happened. But yeah, when it comes to kind of the list of expensive cards, that aren't on the reserve list, most of them are just, other really expensive old cards that don't happen to be on the reserve list, but, like this one, just are really, really old and, probably low supply and there's not many out there. And even though this is not a card that's really used all that much in basically any format, yeah, it is a card that is commanding a very high price tag because, again, of its collectability. So that is exactly what's going to be driving the price of this brand new card. So at the end of the day, how expensive will this card be? Only time will tell, and actually, only time will really tell if this card will ever actually be opened or found, or maybe it'll just be lost for thousands of years. Actually, let me find that quote really quick. And some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. History became legend, legend became myth, and for 2,500 years, the ring passed out of all knowledge, which, again, would be hilarious if that happened to this. Wizards is like, here's a really cool thing. 1 of 1. There's only 1 of it out there. Let's wait for someone to open it, and it's going to be really exciting. And then we're waiting. And we're waiting. And then it never happens. Never happens. Lost to time. That'd be pretty strange. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think about this crazy, Willy Wonka thing, essentially. Let me know also, what you think it's going to cost. What in the world is this going to cost if it is opened? Yeah, it's probably just going to pass from collector to collector to collector as a shiny thing to show off and sell. But yeah, what's the initial asking price going to be for this once it is found, if it ever is found? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And with that, today's episode is coming to a close. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments below. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.